agree with what I have on board, go ahead and come on up. I would like to have that discussion with you. We could definitely have a talk. Let me just go ahead and share how people can join. All right, so that's shared there. I'm just gonna go ahead and pause the music really quickly. I'm gonna accept somebody up and pause the music real quickly. I just want to make sure you can hear the music. All right. Is your name Shiv? Shiv, before we get started, do me a favor. Can you hear the music in the background? What? You can't hear it. Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know. All right, I just wanted to make sure that you could hear the music in the background. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get this started up. We got our first guest of the night, Shiv. Shiv, how you doing? Are you at least 18? Are you a black person, Christian, Muslim, or Hebrew Israelite? All right, so you're a Christian. Are you over 18? Black? You're not black. Okay, that's fine. We can go ahead and still talk. All right. So, Shiv, I don't think that black people should be Christian. Why do you think we should be? I know there are plenty of black people who are Christian. It's the religion of our enslavers. It was used to justify our enslavement and colonization. We don't need it for morals, for purpose, for drive. It's unnecessary. And what's the last thing? I'm sorry, Shiv. Hold on. Give me a second. So, Shiv, give me a second. I'm trying to answer your question first. So, it's the religion of our enslavers. It was used to enslave and oppress us. We don't need it, and I don't think that we should be deifying other cultures other than our own, because Christianity has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with Africa, nothing to do with black people. Hey, Nokia, give me a second. All right. So the reason why I say that is because Christianity came from the Levant, and we're from Africa. We're not from the Levant. Shiv, slow down, slow down. You actually need to discuss with me, not just claim things, okay? Shiv, I need you to slow down. You need to actually discuss with me instead of just trying to yell over me. Listen to what I'm saying to you, okay? So I know you believe that. I know you believe that Christianity. You need to relax, Shiv, relax for me, please. I know you think that Christianity is from God. That's not my issue. Shiv. Okay. I'm gonna keep you on mute because since you can't, you literally can't control yourself. I never said that black people can't be Christian. I said that I don't think that we should be, because it's the religion of our enslavers. It's the religion of our colonizers. It was used to oppress us. And I don't think we should be the religion of our enslavers and oppressors and our colonizers. I don't think we should be that. Not only that, it has nothing to do with Africa. It has nothing to do with black people. I know you believe that it came from God. That's all good and well. The question would then be, how exactly can you prove that to be the case? That's not my question, bro. My question was, how do you prove that this religion, Shiv, listen to my question. How exactly do you prove, Shiv, listen to my question, please. Shiv, I'm going to put you on mute again until you actually learn how to listen to my question. My question is, how do you actually prove that this religion came from God? How do you do that? I know that's what the Bible teaches. I'm asking you, how do you show that the Bible is actually true? How do you know that this God exists and that Bible is his word? Hold on. Shiv, listen to my question. Shiv, listen to my question. How do you prove that this is actually God's word or that a God even exists in the first place? How do you show that? That's what the Bible says. I'm asking you, how do you know that's true? Shiv. Listen to my question, please. I know you believe that's true. I'm asking you, how do you prove it true? How do you know it's true? Shiv, again, you're not answering the question. You keep just saying it's from God. And I asked you, how do you know it's from God? And then you said, because it's from God. You're going in a circle. How do you know that a God exists? I exist because my parents had sex. And how do you prove that to be true? Because of their mother and father, et cetera, et cetera. Keeps going back into until we evolved. All right, man. Obviously, you're not actually here to discuss anything. All right, so y'all can't hear the guest, huh? Y'all can't hear the guest. Shit. All right. Let me see what I can do. Give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me see what I can do here. Mic check. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Drop a 1 if you can hear me. Drop a 1 if you can hear me. Okay, so on TikTok you can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Okay, so yes, can you hear me on the? Let me see if I can hear you. Can you test your mic, please? Okay, I can't hear you. Give me a second. All right, test that again. Let me see if I can hear you. I still can't hear you. Shit. What is happening here, bro? All right, so over on the YouTube, y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear the guest when they're talking? No, it's not the app. It's my equipment over here. Yeah, I know I'm sounding good over here on the TikTok, but unapologetic. Can you go ahead and speak into the mic so I can make sure that the guest can hear you, that my YouTube can hear you? All right, so I can't hear you, which means that they probably can't either, and this freaking sucks. I don't know what's happening here or what's going on. The loopback is on. The mono is on. All that shit is on, bro. What am I doing wrong here? Give me a second. All right, so guess, go ahead and say something. I bet I can hear you now. Yeah, I can. You see, like it's that's the part that sucks. I can't hear on so I can hear you, but everybody else over here on YouTube can't. That's the part that sucks, and I don't know why that is. Yeah, I got the whole iRig. Hold on. I might check. Yeah, so everybody's gonna be able to hear me, but unfortunately, they're not gonna be able to hear you, which the part that sucks, and I don't know why. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me check one last thing. Yep, it's the define. Let me see if they can hear you now. Go ahead and check your mic. All right, let me know if y'all hear him said yo, yo, yo. Drop 1 or 2 on into YouTube if y'all heard him, if I heard him say that. Let me check something else. Yeah, I'm not on OBS. I'm on something else. Yeah, they can hear you on the TikTok. I'm talking about the YouTube. Over on the YouTube, I don't think they can hear you. Yeah, on the YouTube, they can't hear you still. Damn it, why is that, bro? I can't figure that out. I don't know why that is because I did everything right. Yeah, I'm using this little iRig thing to loop the sound through the mixer into my computer. But like it's like, what's up? Yeah, this iRig. This right here. Oops. My bad. You said you was getting a lot of feedback? It's gone now. All right. Yeah, that's because I was moving the equipment around. All right, y'all. So still technical difficulties. I don't know why they can't hear the sound from my phone. I don't know why that is. They should be able to hear it because it's picking up. The mixer's picking up. Speak again. The speaker's not picking you up. That's why. Hold on. The mixer's not picking you up. Hold on. Okay, say mic check again. Yeah, it's not picking you up. The mixer's not picking you up. That's what it is. Might check it again. Mixer's not picking you up. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not picking you up. Give me a second, all right? All right. So I'm sorry, y'all, but this sucks because the my little rig here, it's picking them up, but the mixer is not. And I don't know why that is. The mixer's just not picking them up. But it is picking me up. Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna figure this out. I am going to figure this out. All right. So speak into the mic one more time for me. All right, give me 1 second. Maybe if I do this. All right, cool. So I bet if you might check it again, they're gonna be able to hear you, but they'll hear me twice. All right, cool. So I bet if you might check it again, they're gonna be able to hear you, but they'll hear me twice.
Yo, mic check.
All right. Yeah, people are saying divine intervention. I know. Yeah, different divine intervention. All right. Yeah, people are saying divine intervention. I know. Yeah, this and divine intervention. They're hearing you twice. I knew that's what was. Let's just keep going. They're gonna hear you twice. Yeah, they're hearing you twice. I knew that's what was gonna be the case. They're gonna hear you twice. All right. So they're hearing me twice.
I mean, that's all good.
They're hearing
we'll just work
twice,
with what you got.
I got you. All right, so they're hearing me twice, but they're hearing you twice, but not me.
All right,
which is
this
weird.
is probably not gonna be
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just make it work.
What was your name? Unapologetic.
This is probably not gonna be one I'm gonna use. All right, so what was your name? Unapologetic. All right, unapologetic.
Black, Christian, Muslim, or Hebrew?
Are you at least 18? Are you Black, Christian, Muslim, or Hebrew Israelite? All right, so you're Greek Orthodox, which means you're Greek Orthodox Christian. All right, so you're Greek Orthodox Christian, which means you're Greek. All right, cool.
Nope, you don't have to be Greek to be a Greek Orthodox Christian.
Gotcha.
Greek Orthodox,
not a problem.
Is the
so Greek Orthodox Christian.
You
are over 18. All right, not a problem. So Greek Orthodox Christian. You are over 18. But I'm assuming you're not Black. I don't think that Black people should be Christian.
I'm Black. No, I'm not Black.
That's fine. I don't think that Black people should be Christian. Why do you think we should be?
It's the religion of our enslavers. It's the religion of our colonizers. It was used to oppress and enslave us.
It's the religion of our enslavers. It's the religion of our colonizers. It was used to oppress and enslave us, and it has nothing to do with our ancestors. South Africa
was Christianity in Africa, in South Africa, before it was in Europe?
No, South Africa, no, it wasn't.
It was in Africa, was it not? Before Europe?
No,
Christianity was. It was. They had Bibles there.
The oldest Bible is the
Europe, even before Christianity moved to Europe.
The oldest Bible is the Codex Sinaiticus, not the Ethiopian Bible.
I'm not saying the Ethiopian Bible is the oldest. What I'm saying is that it was in Africa before Christianity moved to Africa before it was ever in Europe.
Who was Paul writing to? Not in Africa.
To the Corinthians.
Right, which is not in Africa. What I'm saying is that Paul was writing to the church in Corinth.
That's not what I said.
Which happened.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said. What I'm saying is that Paul was writing to the church in Corinth, which happened before Christianity was in Africa.
What makes you think that Europe had Christianity before Africa did? I'm so confused.
Dates?
Yeah. So
what are we saying here?
Okay, then you bring the dates. Then you bring the dates.
Yeah. So Christianity wasn't Greece around 303 AD, I think, and for Africa, for Ethiopia, it got there like around 340. I just told you.
What? Where? When? That's not true at all.
Hey,
absolutely not.
All right, let's go ahead and see when
what connection to white Europe?
All right, not your turn yet. All right, let's go ahead and see when Christianity reached to Ethiopia. So Greece became Christian gradually, starting with Apostle Paul. So Greece became Christian gradually, starting with Apostle Paul's missionary work in the first century. Oh, so I was way off. In the first century, in 49 AD. In 330, let's see when did Christianity reach Ethiopia? Christianity reached Ethiopia in 330 to 340 AD, like I said.
So what?
So it was in Europe before it was in Africa.
I'm sorry, was Greece in Europe? Go check.
Yes, Greece is in Europe.
Yeah, go check.
Greece on the European continent. What the fuck are we talking about right now? Y'all, Greece is on the European continent. What the fuck are we talking about right now? Are y'all saying
now it's on the European?
Hey, stop. Everybody pause. Are y'all saying that's not that 600 years ago, Greece was not part of the European continent? That's not how plate tectonics works. All right, you keep coming off of mute, so I'm going to drop you because it's not your turn. And I kept on telling you it's not your turn. And stop getting off of mute. Greece was not on the European continent. So are you really saying here that 600 years ago, Greece was not on the European continent? That's not how plate tectonics works. What the hell are we talking about here? Greece is on the European continent. So that means Greece is on the European continent. Was in Greece in the first century. So that means in 49 AD, that if Christianity was in Greece in the first century, in 340 AD, and 49 AD was in Greece, and then it got to Ethiopia in 340 AD, it was in Greece before Ethiopia, right? Like, what are we trying to say here? Like, what are we trying to say here?
Hold on.
You're not. I just looked it up, bro. Greece, Christianity was in Greece. You're not. I just looked it up, bro. Greece, Christianity was in Greece in the first century in 49 AD through the Apostle Paul. So it got to Ethiopia in the 4th century in 330 to 340 AD.
It's famously
So 200 to 300 years after it was in Greece.
So it
in
was
Greece. It's famously not in Africa.
What are we talking about?
So it was in Europe before it reached Africa.
On the African continent.
What are we talking about?
Which would be crazy.
Unless you're going to say that Greece is magically on the African continent now, which would be crazy.
Let me just make sure of something. All right, hey y'all, can y'all hear the guest? Let me make sure y'all can hear the guest, please.
Let me just make sure of something. All right, hey y'all, can y'all hear the guest? Let me make sure y'all can hear the guest, please.
I'm gonna try to fix that somehow.
You're detecting echo from my guest feed. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try to fix that somehow, some way. There's gonna be some echoing for a bit. I don't know why. I'm trying to see exactly why I have to share. It's crazy, y'all. I do apologize.
I'm trying to get that fixed
somehow, but I'm gonna try to get that fixed somehow, some way.
You're not gonna be able to hear.
I'm trying to get that fixed somehow, some way. But I know if I close that page, you're not gonna be able to hear my guest. So
it sucks. I don't know why.
I have to open up the TikTok on another page, but it sucks. I don't know why that is.
So I was correct. Christianity and the Bible were in Africa centuries before it was ever dominated Europe or, and things like that.
How can that be the case if it got to Ethiopia in 330 AD?
I'm not talking about Ethiopia. Ethiopia is just a country within Africa.
What are you talking about there?
Africa, Christianity was.
If you're not talking about Ethiopia, you're talking about Egypt?
Okay, where?
Centuries before.
Where? If you're not talking about Ethiopia, you're talking about Egypt?
If you want specifics,
okay, so you're talking about Egypt?
Look it up, but it doesn't. I'm not saying Ethiopia. I never made the claim Ethiopia.
Okay, so you're talking about Egypt?
All right, so the Levant is closer to the Horn of Africa,
many other
right?
places
So you're either going to be talking about the Ethiopian.
All right, so the Levant is closer to the Horn of Africa, right? So you're either going to be talking about the Ethiopian region, Eritrea, Somalia, or Egypt.
It wasn't
because Christianity started in the Levant. So it wasn't over in Mali. It wasn't over in Zimbabwe.
Okay, but here, let me ask you this: what
my nigga, you the
matter about what parts of Africa that they received Christianity first before?
My nigga, you the one who brought this up. You brought it up.
Hold on. If Africa is a whole ass continent and there are many fucking countries within Africa, what would that prove? It's just been
motherfucker, you brought it up. What the hell? You the one who brought it up.
Listen on the project.
Fucking Christ. Hold on. On the project. Stop. Listen on the project. Listen to what I'm saying.
I put in Google.
You're the one. Stop. I did a Google search.
49.
I put in Google. When did Christianity reach Greece? 49 AD. So when it reached Ethiopia, 330 AD. When it reached Egypt, it had to be 60 AD.
Africa because of
anywhere in the African continent, it has to be in Eastern Africa because of obviously it didn't get to the Congo and it skipped over Ethiopia. It didn't have planes back then, so obviously the eastern part of the continent is going to get it first, and the part that's going to get it first is the one where people can walk to, which is going to be the Ethiopian region, the Somalian region, Eritrea, Djibouti, Egypt, those areas. That's where it's going to. That's where it's going to be, right? Obviously, because you can walk there. So if it was in Greece, if it was in Greece in 49 AD, and then it got to Egypt in 60 AD, that means that it was in Greece before it was in Egypt, right?
But here again, no.
49 AD is before 60.
Hold on, real quick. You've just proven my point. No matter where it was in Africa first, the point is that it was in Africa.
Which region?
Where?
Yes, specifically which region?
It was in Europe.
Where?
I'll give you
specifically which region?
Which region?
Ethiopia.
Okay. Yes, specifically which region?
And I want you to
specifically which region? Egypt or Ethiopia? It's going to be those first. And I want you to bet it was in Greece before it was in Egypt or Ethiopia.
So it specifically reached some of the Roman provinces in Africa
before provinces
it went to Europe. In first century,
which provinces? Which provinces?
Which Roman province?
Egypt? Which Roman province? Egypt? Which Roman province?
All right, which Roman province?
Well, Egypt wasn't really a Roman province, though.
All right, which Roman province?
But it says Egypt, Ethiopia, and other parts of Africa that were controlled by Roman province by Rome at the time.
Second century,
and they
what
reached century AD and second century AD.
First century AD, second century AD. So hold on.
That was before Europe.
Is Greece in Europe? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No, Greece is not in Europe. I mean, no, Greece.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Hold on. Stop. It's not in. It is in.
Which is Europe.
The very, very south of the Mediterranean,
right? Which is Europe. So hold on. Exactly. So right. So hold on. If Greece is in Europe and Christianity was in Europe in 49 AD, which is the first century, what would that tell you then?
So was Christianity?
Was it in Africa in 30?
It was in Africa before it reached Europe. Still,
was it in Africa in 30 AD? I understand the first century AD. 49.
It was in Africa in the first century AD.
I understand the first century AD. 49 is the first century AD. That's when it was growing in Greece. In 49 AD. Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You just keep saying the first century. It wasn't in Greece in the first century in 49 AD. You just keep saying the first century. I gave you a specific date. What is the date that it got to those Roman provinces? Was it 30? Because I'm seeing here, its arrival in Egypt is around the same time, around 49 AD. Because I'm seeing here, its arrival in Egypt is around the same time, around 49 AD. Anyway, this is a waste of time anyway, because what we're talking about when we talk about Christianity. Anyway, this is a waste of time anyway, because what we're talking about when we talk about Christianity and black people. Black people on this side of the planet, we're not Ethiopian or Tunisia. We're not Egyptian. We're not from Carthage. We're from Western and Central Africa. And it got to those areas. It got to Western and Central Africa. We're from Western and Central Africa. And it got to those areas. It got to Western and Central Africa. Hold on. All right. It got to Western and Central Africa through colonialism and slavery. I don't believe that's how it got the religion of our enslavement. All right. So I don't believe that we should be the religion. I don't believe that we should be the religion of our enslavers. I'm not wrong at all because I just looked this up. I'm not wrong at all. I'm not wrong at all because I just looked this up. And it said 49 AD around the same time it went to Greece. Around the same time. Europe in 49 AD. It wasn't so. It reached Europe in 49 AD. Like I said,
which part of Africa? It reached fucking Africa 43 AD. So I was right. Thank you.
Which part of Africa again?
In the Roman provinces that Roman controlled.
The northern African part, right? So not black people, right?
So it started.
So not black people, right? We're not from North Africa. We're from the
Sub-Saharan Africa. Black people are all over fucking Africa. What are you talking about?
We're not from North Africa. We're from the Sub-Saharan Africa. No, it's not.
What do you? That is absolute nonsense. You don't think black
people
whose ancestors came from fucking Syria, came from fucking Ethiopia or the Congo are here now?
Ethiopia is not Northern Africa. Ethiopia is not Northern Africa. That's Sub-Saharan Africa. It matters because that's my point. It got to us through slavery and colonialism. Ethiopia being the only one that didn't happen that way. Ethiopia is the only country in Africa where Christianity and Islam didn't reach there through slavery and colonialism. Is how we got Christianity. For Sub-Saharan African people, slavery and colonialism is how we got Christianity. Ethiopia, I need you to shut up while I'm talking. Ethiopia, when it comes to black folks, we're from Sub-Saharan Africa. Naturally, to people, Ethiopia is literally the only region where it got there naturally to people preaching. Not everywhere else. Congo, it was through slavery and colonialism. Congo is not in fucking North Africa. Congo was never a Roman province. So that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Black people should not be the religion of our enslavers.
All Africans are from.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That's nonsense.
I said
That's
Western and
just your
Central. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Then what the fuck are you talking about?
I said Western and Central Africa, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing that most slaves came from West Africa.
No one said they didn't.
Disagreeing with that. But there are some who came from
No one said they didn't. 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 But at the end of the day, the way it spread, the way that it spread in sub-Saharan Africa was through slavery and colonialism. Period.
Yo, bro, your whole point is, listen, okay, let's get back, because we're getting into a meta conversation. I don't think you have the knowledge for
this. I already told you, we should not be the religion of our enslavers. I already told you, we should not be the religion of our enslavers. And do me a favor, don't do that shit again. Do me a favor, shut the fuck up and do me a favor. This conversation has been do not do that snarky rude shit again. Don't do that shit again. Because even though this conversation has been contentious, I didn't insult you, did I? Talk about this. Don't do that again. So don't come here on some high horse shit of you don't have the knowledge to talk about this. Don't do that again. Don't do that again, and don't come off mute until I fucking tell you to come off mute. So don't come off mute until I tell you to come off mute. We're gonna talk about this again. You already asked me. Why should we're going to be calm, be Christian, and we're going to talk about this again. You already asked me, why shouldn't black people be Christian? This is the religion, and already laid it out before you really interrupted in the beginning. I said, this is the religion of our enslavers, the religion of our oppressors. It was used to enslave, colonize, and dehumanize us, and I don't think we should follow religions that do that. Not just Christianity, Islam is there as well. Islam was also used to do that. Secondly, I also said that this has nothing to do with Africa. Let's say I give it to you that it did get to the northern Roman parts of Africa before it got to Europe. It's still not a religion that has nothing to do with us because it's not indigenous to the continent. It's not our indigenous culture to follow it. It's not only that, we have to give up our spiritual heritage in order to follow it. And I don't think we should do that. We already had our own thing going on before right now is Christianity ever was thought of. And not only that, the way that Christianity operates in Africa right now is basically we're all worshiping a white guy. We've seen the colonial effects of it. We've seen the psychological effects of it. We've seen the colonial effects of it. We've seen the economic effects of it. We should not be practicing that. So since you want to be snarky,
are you done monologuing?
Thank you so much for being here. So since you want to be snarky and rude, we're going to go ahead and just drop you now. Thank you so much for being here. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on. Azit, is that your name?
Sorry, it's him.
So your name is, what's your name?
That's the one word.
Okay, Azit. So your name is Azit? As it is. How's it going as it is? Are you... Okay, awesome.
As it is.
Are you at least? All right. So as it is, how's it going? As it is, are you a black person and Christian? Are you at least 18? And are you a black person and Christian, Muslim, or Hebrew Israelite?
I'm 18 and over. Yes. I'm a melanated being. Yes. I'm not a Christian, Muslim, nor Hebrew Israelite. I'm spiritual. I deal with the concept of.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and talk to Mr. AKA. Mr. AKA, I'm not reading that thing. All right, great. All right, we're gonna go ahead and talk to Mr. AKA. Mr. AKA, I'm not reading that thing. Black person. Can you? Are you Christian, Muslim, Hebrew Israelite? Black person, and are you over 18? Yes.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking to it wasn't my turn yet. Sorry about that. I grew up in a Christian home, to be honest. But when I started growing up, I tried doing my own research. And I kind of like go with what your prompt says. And which is very...
Mr. AKA, are you there? Mr. AKA, are you there? I'm sorry, who was talking? Lord Mayor, was that you talking, Lord Mayor? I'm sorry, who was talking? That was you. Lord Mayor, was that you talking, Lord Mayor? Actually, it was Mr. AKA was actually. Oh, that was you. Okay, so my bad. Actually, it was Mr. AKA was actually before you, but he hasn't gone off mute yet. Go ahead. So let me tell him to get off mute. I'll get to you in a second, Lord. Okay. Mr. AKA, go ahead. Are you over 18? Are you a black person? And are you Christian, Muslim, or Black Hebrew Israelite? If you are any of those, I can hear you.
I'm white and I'm Christian, but I was just trying to back you up. Can you hear me on here?
I can hear you.
There you go. I just had that. I just pulled up the Google for the person that wouldn't listen to you on the last one. I was just trying to show if they just pulled up when the simplest, search. When did Christianity come to Africa? It literally just shows you right here. And I don't know why he wasn't just reading Google.
Cool. Yeah.
He was trying to read into it and make his point. I was just trying to back you up, to be honest. When I heard that, you know what I mean? Because I was just working and heard that. Like,
give me 1 second. Jay, Jay, I've invited you several times to give me 1 second. Jay, I've invited you several times to come on up. Let's go ahead. I'm not sure why you're refusing. If you would like to actually talk about what I have on the board, let's go ahead and talk about it instead of you being afraid and not talking to me. All right, so Mr. AKA, yeah, I don't think that black people should be Christian. Do you think we should?
I think it's your own personal choice, man. I mean, everybody can have, worship whoever they want or use whatever religion that they feel fit. You know what I mean? I'm kind of open-minded to all that. You know what I mean? I don't think
no
you
doubt.
should be oppressed
anybody
by
can do what they want.
white God, I guess.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with you.
Have an issue with that. Right? Yeah, no doubt. I mean, anybody can do what they want, right? I don't have an issue with that, right? But what I would say is that because this religion didn't spread into Africa naturally, it spread through, oppression, colonialism, and slavery. We shouldn't be the religion of the people who oppressed and enslaved us, and that includes Islam. I'm saying the same thing for that. It includes Islam. You know what I mean? So that's why I would say we shouldn't be.
Yeah. There's not really great things about, like if you think about it, it's a book that's been manipulated for all of the masses for decades and decades and decades, for centuries. So, I mean, like I said, I believe that there is a God. I'm not necessarily like a Bible thumper or anything, but I hope that there's a higher power than all of us.
Anybody will have a beef with that. I don't think anybody will have a beef with that. If we, hoping that there's a higher power. I think a lot of people hope that there is. For me, how it is, I would actually need. But at the end of the day, we would actually. For me, how it is, I would actually need or some evidence that there is. You know what I mean? And right now, I don't have much or any to tell you the truth. So I just don't believe that there is. But if evidence ever does come forth, then yeah, I wouldn't have an issue with accepting that there is a God out there. What I worship it is a whole different story.
What do you worship? I'm just curious. Like, what are your?
I worship the booty. Yeah, I mean,
what are you like?
The big black beautiful booty. Yeah, I think that's. I worship the booty. Yeah, I mean the big black beautiful booty. I think that's what we should all worship. That should be the worldwide religion. Yeah, I mean the religion of booty. Yeah, that should be the new worldwide religion. I mean the religion of bootios. I don't have Buddhism. That should be the religion. But yeah, right now, sister, I don't have any type of worship at all. Comparing myself to the rest, I do, have awe and hoping that I think, comparing myself to the rest of the universe, I've seen in my life and how small I am, and hoping that one day we can, go out there. I mean, I've seen in my lifetime, my grandkids will probably see it, but that I live and everything. Still, like I still have that sense of awe and gratitude of the life that I live and everything like that. All that is good and well. So there's still a spiritual experience there. Try to be a good
person. I
understand. Yeah. Try to be a good person. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I kind of think that I know there's a higher power or something that's higher than us is there's too many coincidences in like in science, because I'm science based. You know what I mean? They've almost proved, like, there's been a bunch of atheist scientists that have been kind of brought over to the other side just because they're like, we can't keep getting this, coincidences like this, because I don't believe in coincidence, pies and everything. You know what I mean? Like, look at a shell, that's pi, like the little spirals and shit. I mean, that's sacred geometry and stuff. I mean, that stuff's too common and too much of stuff that's
the thing is that a lot of things. So it's like we're pattern recognizing machines, right? Yeah, and the thing is that I recognize about humans is that we're pattern recognizing machines. Everything we had to know what patterns were in order for us to survive in the wild. So now everything after that then becomes a pattern. You see what I'm saying? So I don't doubt that there's a lot of scientists Yeah, there's plenty of scientists who believe in God. That does happen.
Issue with that.
They didn't before though.
And there are some who didn't before that. That does happen. I'm not down that. I think they're not doubting that doesn't happen. That definitely happens.
Good justifications.
I'm just saying. I think they're not really using that. They think that it's good justifications. It's more just the patterns that they see.
We have a supernatural
that they think that it's
that's not
that pattern must become.
That's not really necessarily.
Have a supernatural origin. Where I don't think that's not really necessarily true. If that makes sense.
I think we all just hope that there's a higher power out there, you know what I mean, than what we are, because there's a lot of fucked up shit in this earth.
Definitely.
So we hope that there's some reason for us to
all
be here.
I understand.
But
Mr. AK, I do appreciate you being up, and definitely, I understand. All right, but Mr. AK, I do appreciate you being up, and all right, guys, have a good day. I do appreciate everybody here. I do have someone on. All right, guys, I do appreciate everybody here. I do have someone on my stage now. His name is John. I'm gonna add him up really quickly. John Brown. If you can see him, he's up here on the left, right hand side. John, stay on. I said left hand, left, right hand. He's on the right hand side, right over here. John, stay on mute for me really quickly. I just got to go ahead and talk to someone on TikTok. Give me a second. What are you saying again? Are you
all right?
Over
Lord Mayor, how's it going?
There's
Lord
a little
Mayor?
bit of
what were you saying
there's
again?
A little bit of doubling.
Over 18, Christian, Hebrew, Israelite.
Yeah,
I'm over 18 and I'm
and I grew up in a Christian home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Africa though. So the thing is that when I grew up like this and I started doing my own research, and I started thinking like it was very wrong for us to like abide to Christianity believed and Muslim belief. It was all both. It was all BS.
Mm-hmm.
And I 100% support your prompt, but that's what we should do. We can't just allow these people that colonize us and enslave us and believe what they believe. You know, back in Africa, we have our own ways of serving our God, our own ways before Christianity came. Yeah, we have our own way. Yeah, we have our own ways in which we serve our God. And then when the Christianity came, they condemned what we were doing. That what we were doing was evil. Never know that what the Christianity itself is trying to like downgrade our traditional ways of serving God, serving the ancient one. So I 100% support what your prop say. I came across the prop and I really like it, and that is what we should be doing. Because what we believe matters a lot. What we believe matters a lot.
All right. So Lord Mayor, I appreciate you. Gotta drop you down really quickly, so I can get to.
All right. So Lord Mayor, I appreciate you. Gotta drop you down really quickly, so I can get to my guy on my YouTube. All right. Y'all might hear the person on my YouTube, but he. All right, John Brown. How's it going? He's gonna be able to hear y'all, please. Lord Mayor, I do appreciate you. Caddy, give me a second. All right, John Brown, how's it going? Can you test your mic for me, please?
Yes. Sorry, there's a little bit of doubling on your end. It's kind of hard to understand you.
Give me a second. All right, how's that?
Can you keep talking a little bit?
Mic check.
Okay, yeah, good. Okay, there was a little bit of echoing. Yeah, there's a little bit of echoing coming from your end. It was kind of hard to understand you.
Yeah, I know it's I've been having a bit of an issue. All right, so the audio should be fixed now. All right, guys, give me a second. Hey, Caddy, can you hear the person over on my YouTube, Caddy?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, they can. Okay, so they can hear you. Did you hear him?
I heard him earlier, but I don't hear anyone now. But I heard the person you're talking to a little bit ago, but I don't hear him now.
Hey, Caddy, say mic check for me. Did you hear that, John?
No. I can hear you just fine, but I can't hear
they still can't. I don't know why that is, man. I'm having so much problems with this. I don't know why it's not looping back. But Caddy, stay on mute for me. I appreciate you. All right, so John, let's go ahead and have that conversation, John. All right, so John, let's go ahead and go through this. Are you at least 18, Christian, Muslim, Hebrew, Israelite, and are you black?
I'm 20, I'm Christian, and I'm Irish. So,
cool.
No.
All right, cool. Not a problem. All right, so I don't believe black people should be Christian. Why do you think we should?
I believe that the Bible is an accurate account of events, and it gives a good moral framework to live. I do have friends that are in the Nation of Islam, but you know, I believe it provides a good moral framework of how to live.
Can I have a good moral framework without being a Christian?
You can. Morality is based on common, what's it called? I want to say common law, but I'm not sure that's exactly the right thing. But I believe we get that common law from God specifically. But you don't have to be religious to be moral. You know, like for example, the Bible, the Old Testament, it condemns homosexuality, even though, although that's more of a mistranslation when homosexuality isn't a bad thing. So, you know.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so morality is by all means subjective, and so like when it comes to the moral framework, we don't really need it for morals, right? Because Africans before Christianity came to the continent obviously had a set of morals because of you just kind of had to. There's no way to survive as a society if you don't have some sort of set of morals or a set of getting along with each other. You see what I'm saying? So it's not necessary for that, but not only that, this religion was also used to like enslave and not just enslave and oppress our ancestors and justify their enslavement and oppression. So I don't think that we should be the religion of our enslavers and oppressors. So Christianity and Islam, I don't think we should be those. That makes sense.
Africa specifically as a continent, for example, Ethiopia has been Christian for a very long time. Terrible people have used, and this goes for every religion, terrible people have used religion to justify doing abhorrent, evil things, even though the Bible condemns slavery. John Brown himself, people called him a religious zealot, but he tried to start a revolution. But specifically, the Bible specifically provides us, and I guess you can say the same for the Torah and the Quran, but the Bible specifically provides us a moral condemnation of slavery in the book of Exodus.
Yeah, so in Exodus, it condemns enslaving or kidnapping of a male Israelite, but when it comes to foreigners, you can enslave them in Leviticus.
But Exodus itself provides the reason for why slavery is abhorrent. Now, there's like some justification early on in the Old Testament, but that is from specifically Jewish law, and we don't follow that anymore because that is abhorrent and evil.
Okay.
Because essentially, from a moral perspective, Christianity teaches you to not harm other people specifically. People use the Bible to as justification to harm other people, but it condemns harming other people. Enslaving people is harming people.
Right. You know? No, I get that, but it also gives instructions on who you should enslave, how long they should be enslaved for, and if you can beat them. So it's kind of like a contradiction.
This comes from the Old Testament specifically, and we don't follow those laws anymore. Specifically, like how the Old Testament says if a woman is assaulted, she's to marry her assaulter. We know that is an abhorrent and evil thing, but the Old Testament specifically. Now, I suppose I would call myself a very different interpretation of Christianity. Are you aware of what Gnosticism is?
A bit. Like the Old Testament God is the evil one, and the New Testament God is the one that came to save humanity, or something like that.
Yes, Jesus is the one who came to save humanity. The Old Testament God, Yaldabaoth, also called Allah, Jehovah, he specifically is evil, and that is why the Old Testament promotes just violence and just so much horrible, evil things, and why the world is so bad as it is now. There's no hell, there's no devil looking over your shoulder. It's the false creator of humanity who trapped divine spirits in mortal bodies.
Okay, so so the Old Testament God is some evil entity thing, and the New Testament God is the one that came to save humanity. All right,
yes.
All right, great. So Jesus is not the same as the Old Testament God then.
He's not. He's above him.
Okay. He's above him. Okay, great. Now, how do we show all this to be true?
Well, there's some moderate evidence for Christianity, Judaism, and Islam specifically. We have some moderate evidence of that, but this specifically, it explains why bad things happen specifically from that perspective, but also reincarnation. We have, and people try and deny it or brush it off, but we have so much evidence of reincarnation being a thing. And
we do?
Yeah, there's so many stories of like I forget her name, but she lived in India, and she was born with memories of a woman who lived a couple towns over. These families had never interacted, but she kept saying she wanted to see her kids, when she was growing up, and that basically described the inside of their house and described that family perfectly, even though these people have never met. Well, they took her over there, and she recognized her kids and her husband. Like.
If I'm not mistaken, was that a scam?
I'm not sure, but there's so many other cases like that. One little boy who had memories of being fighting in Midway, I think.
Mm-hmm. And about Midway. Okay, yeah, I get it. These are all stories and stuff like that of people saying that they reincarnated or everything like that. But like, how do we? I'm not sure how we even show that to. How do we prove this to be the case? How do we do that? How do we analyze these things to show that these folks are really reincarnated people from the past or whatever? How do we do that?
Well, aside from them having basically like memories of the inside of their house, their families and all that, even though they've never met those families from the time that they're a little kid, I mean, that does, I mean, like, specifically the one with the man that died in the battle in Midway, he would constantly tell his parents, after, that he would constantly have nightmares about being shot down, and he would like say his name, say his family's names, that he wanted to go home to his family for years and years and years, and then, well, they look up the name that he kept saying, and it was, on the World War II memorial for
All right,
on a World War II memorial.
Yeah. All right. So I'm looking up this this person. I think I found who you're talking about, Shanti Devi, right? Where she claimed to be a reincarnated person and recognized family members,
yes,
et cetera, et cetera. So and there was a commission report that says that she was a genuine case of reincarnation, but that's really essentially the only one. Give me a second. NC states whatever materials come before us is not. I mean, yeah, this is something that's pretty significant that I would say, right? This reincarnation story. So sure, but is that really it? This was this the only woman who was reincarnated? Or how many reincarnation stories do we actually have? Or like, what is the research that got into this?
There's quite a lot of stories like that, but I not that I remember off the top of my head, except for her, the one that died in the Battle of Midway, and the one woman that said she was her aunt that passed away. That they never really talked about their aunt because she was kind of distant, but So I mean, I don't really think there's even a possible way to do like scientific research on this. I mean, we've the same way how we don't have the technology or our technology to like see spirits is very early on, but eventually we may have the technology to actually communicate with trapped spirits.
Right. We can. So I this one I'll have to look more and more into this. All right, because I'm I'm really skeptical. Yeah, I mean, so I got to go ahead and take more look into it because I'm really skeptical. But so when it comes to,
you go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll remain really skeptical about this to tell you the truth. But someone over on my TikTok had a question. So John Brown, I'll be right back with you. All right, just give me the case. All right. So I just got to go ahead and read one of my super chats. Hey, thank you so much, Professor Hizzle, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you supporting me as well. You're great. All right, I appreciate that. Appreciate the $10 super chat. If you'd like to support me, the Venmo is in the bio, and you can send the super chats. And there's a link to join in the description. Caddy, what was your question? Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry about that, Caddy. Mm-hmm. Our incarnation, yeah. So sorry, Cat. I was just taking a look at my my equipment here to see why it's not looping back and why it's not recognizing the phone at all. I really don't know. I used to have something that made it recognize it, but I don't know why it's not running through the everything I'm doing on my mixer is not running through the phone. All right, guys. So John Brown, I appreciate you being up here. I'm gonna go ahead and let you down now. All right, y'all. So if you would like to talk about what I have on the board once again, go ahead and click on that link. Over on the deconstruction junction, I'm sorry I haven't posted the link to join yet. Give me a second over on the decon junction. One moment, all right? All right, over on deconstruction junction, I'm going to post the link to join me on the stage. I do apologize that I didn't post that earlier. And I'm trying to figure out that issue of, I'm still trying to figure it out. I thought I had it solved, y'all. I do apologize. I thought I had it solved. I thought I had it solved where everyone's going to be able to hear each other, but turns out that issue still isn't solved. Now it's just having an issue the other way where people can't hear each other. It's really annoying, but I'm going to go ahead and try to solve that now. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, so I just put it into the YouTube comments over on the deconstruction junction. I'm gonna put it over in my personal channel. If you're watching me over from Volsy Thoughts, I appreciate you there as well. Hey, we hit that live goal. I appreciate y'all help me hit that goal, or at least we're almost there. Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there to hit that live goal, y'all. I do have a live goal, so I appreciate y'all if y'all go ahead and try to help me hit that live goal. We're going to go ahead and accept the next guest right now. Give me 1 second. All right. So on deconstruction, and my Volsy Thoughts channel is there as well. All right. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next guest in a second whenever they load up so we can talk to them. I don't think that the YouTube is going to still be able to hear them, which sucks. I do not know why. I don't know why that's going on. Y'all can hear everything on my computer, but they can't hear y'all. Let me see if I can look up right now to see why that's a reason. I'm gonna hit a new gift. I'm put on a new gift goal in a second, y'all. Just waiting for my next guest to load up. All right, let me go ahead and put in my new gift goal. Did my guest load up? There he is. How's it going, Amos? How's it going, Amos? Amos, are you at least 18, Christian, Muslim, or Hebrew Israelite? All right, Christian. All right, so why should black people be Christian? R. Kelly did believe in a God. R. Kelly did believe in God. R. Kelly famously made Christian songs. He did believe in God. So you're saying that black Christianity is bad? Okay. So you said he made spiritual songs. He made songs specifically about Christianity, about Jesus. He actually sung in his church. So R. Kelly was a Christian. Yeah, he did. So let me get this straight. So because R. Kelly was a horrible person in a PDF file, that means that he's not Christian. So all of the other PDF files in the church are also not Christian? All right, so they understand what Christianity is, but they're not living by it. That's your claim. Okay, so and how do you show that to be true? So in order for you to be let me get this straight. So for you to be a good person, you have to be a Christian? Let's just say someone who's not harmful to others. Okay, so you can be a good person and not be a Christian. Hold on. So, okay, let's say let's not just say harmful. Let's say deliberately harmful. Meaning going out your way just to harm someone. Hey, Amos, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, if we're gonna have a conversation, I'm gonna need you to drop the snarkiness. Can we do that? I'm gonna need you to drop the snarkiness. Can we do that and be respectful towards each other? Okay, cool. All right, cool. So let's be respectful towards each other. Drop the snarkiness. So when I say not being harmful to someone else, I meant like deliberately harmful, going out your way to harm someone else. Like let's just put as, I think most people from away would say that's a bad person, someone who's going out being malignant, out there being harmful to other people, right? You don't have to be a Christian in order to be a person that doesn't bring harm to anybody else, correct? All right, cool. So you don't have to be a Christian to be a good person. In a subjective matter, what other manner could there be? I know the difference between objective and subjective. Subjective is mind dependent, objective is not. So what I'm saying is that when you say objectively a good person, how do you show someone is objectively, in what ways is it, what objective ways do you see, what's the objective standard there? It's subject. No, in my worldview, everything is subjective. Even if your God were to exist, it will still be subjective because it depends on his preferences. today, tomorrow, forever. I got you. It's yesterday, forever. Yeah, exactly. But he changed his mind before. Remember when he regretted to creating humanity, and that's when he flooded the earth? Like, someone who doesn't change their mind can't regret. It's not possible. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that he regretted. Right, but Amos, it doesn't say that, right? He didn't say that he regrets the choices that humanity made. It said that he regretted it himself, that he made humanity. How can he do that if he was all-knowing in the first place? Yeah, sure. It's the story of Noah. You've read the story of Noah before, right? Okay, give me a second. All right, let's go to, give me a second. Let's go to, here we go, NRSV. Give me 1 second. Computer's just taking a second. There is no book of Noah. We're talking about Genesis. The story of Noah was plagiarized from the Epic of Gilgamesh. Who wrote it? The Mesopotamians, I guess, because it was plagiarized from the Epic of Gilgamesh. All right, so it says, Genesis 6:5, the Lord saw the wickedness of humans was great in the earth, and every indication of thoughts of their hearts was evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he made humans on the earth, and it grieved them to his heart. So the Lord said, I will blot out the earth, blot out from the earth the humans I have created, people together with animals, creeping things, birds in the air, for I am sorry that I have made them. So God regretted making humans. It says it right here. I am sorry that I have made them. Oh, this is the NRSV, so it's not going to say regret. It's going to say sorry. Right, sorry. That's the regret. I'm sorry that I've made them. Yeah, it depends on the context that you're using it. If you're sorry about something, then you regret what you did. I know they're not the same. I need you to slow down. I know they have different definitions, but I need you to actually slow down. So different Bible versions, shut up. Different Bible versions have different words, right? Shut up. So, and shut up. So the NRSV says sorry. If you go to the NIV, it's going to say regret. I need you to shut the fuck up. When the NRSV says sorry, yeah, exactly. Go ahead and bitch out. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and try to fix this issue of my mixer not picking up my the sound. Give me 1 second, all right, guys? I just got to look some things up. Caddy, go ahead and talk to the people about, you know, your version of Hinduism. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Give me a second. I'm just Looking up something now. Give me a moment, all right? I think I might have just solved the problem. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Mic check.
They can't hear you. And now there's an echo too for the TikTok people.
You said there's an echo? How's that, yo? Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Okay. How's that?
No.
No, still? Is that better? It's a little bit of echo, but it's better. All right, gotcha. All right, gotcha. All right, guys. So this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live on YouTube for now. Too much technical difficulties. I do apologize that I got to go ahead and end it for now. But join me again next week. I'll be back. And once again, if you're watching over from Deconstruction Junction, from my YouTube or from the Black Atheist Coalition, once again, y'all, I'm sorry. I do apologize for this, but I need to get all this worked out before we could go ahead and continue. And I already said this is going to be, you know, one of those, a short night anyway. I told my wife it's going to be a short night, so no, it's all good and well. All right, guys. So what I'm going to continue on TikTok. I have to go ahead and figure out these sound issues. So once I figure that out, I'll be back. I'll see if I can do an extra one on Thursday. But for now, it's goodbye for now over on the YouTube. Okay, guys. So the YouTubes, I'm going to try to solve this over on my end on TikTok, and you guys have a good night. All right. See you guys later on YouTube.